Hey guys, it's Manny back with another video. Today some friends of mine and I went to our local retro arcade. It's called 1UP Arcade. It's really cool. I'm going to take you on a tour and then show you some gameplay footage. Hope you like it.
They had some mini consoles, Sega and Nintendo, hooked up to a big screen. The Street Fighter 2 pinball was heaps of fun to play. I spent a lot of time on that one. I'd never seen a Tetris in the arcade before and I really liked the cabinet. Alien vs Predator, that's a really fun beat 'em up. We used to play that on the Super Nintendo a lot. Ninja Turtles is always a favourite. I'd played a lot of Golden Axe on Sega, but I really enjoyed it in the arcade. It was a bit more refined and fluid, and there was a little bit more to it in terms of programming and characters. Simpsons and NBA Jam back to back was cool. If I was younger, I would have spent most of my time right on that spot. Classic racing games, Daytona and Sega Rally. Captain America and the Avengers, that's a really cool beat 'em up as well. Doesn't really hold up as well as it used to, but it's still fun. They had some new age Street Fighter games, and there was a big screen there which mirrored what they were doing. They didn't get a lot of play though today. And then they had sort of like an old school row here with Bubble Bobble, Pac-Man. I played Pac-Man a fair bit. It's still one of my favorites. I tried to run up a score, but couldn't beat my best. Probably my favorite of the day was playing Crazy Taxi with the steering wheel and the pedals and the shifter. Sunset Riders is one of my favorite all-time arcade games. It was a 4-player co-op and we had a good time on that one. I thought they did a really good job of setting out the games. They had them in a logical sort of sequence. You beat 'em ups together, you shoot 'em ups together, that sort of thing. I didn't really spend a lot of time playing many in this row here. There are games probably that popped up every now and then, but nothing really came to mind or stuck where I really felt compelled to play them. It was good to see them again, and it's great to see lit up marquees and things like that. I've only just sort of recently gotten into shoot 'em up games, so things like R-Type and stuff like that I don't really look at in the arcade. I had a good time playing Double Dragon actually, that was good to see, and they had Double Dragon too. They had a couple of different versions of Street Fighter, which was great. One of my friends, he's really still into Street Fighter, so it was good to watch him play. I really like that Donkey Kong cabinet. It's probably one of my favorite all-time cabinets. It just has that great look about it. They had a good row of shooters here, along with that Space Invaders cabinet. So they had that game there was sort of like Time Crisis, and then they had Point Blank 1 and 2, which are classic, and that Gunblade one, which I've never actually played in the arcade, just on ROMs. So playing with the proper gun was. I spent a lot of time on this game. I'd never seen it before, but I had a really good time gunning down the planes with the flight stick. Mortal Kombat. I was a bit disappointed they didn't have WWF Superstars. They had this sort of arcade style WrestleMania game. I've seen it before on a Mega Drive, I think, but it didn't really grab me. It didn't seem to get much play from many people throughout the day. And they had those sort of classic sit-down fighting style games. I thought this was a cool row. It was a dedicated sort of Neo Geo cabinet row. And there's a few more of those sit-down fighters. With the Neo Geo, they had this sort of the cabinets where you can press a button to select your game, and the game you're playing lit up on the marquee. So that's something I probably never got to see when I was younger, because they either didn't have that feature or was always broken. I like Street Hoops. I like Neo Geo sports games. And then we had some driving games. I really wanted to play Outrun, but unfortunately that one didn't work. And that was pretty much why I came today, because I really wanted to play Outrun. This old KISS pinball machine was pretty cool. And they had a really impressive range of pinballs across the eras. They had a Pac-Man one which I'd actually never seen live before. I've seen it on video and stuff like that. The Batman one was probably one of my favorite ones today out of the ones they had. So yeah, as you can see, sort of a good spread of pinball throughout the years. I was hoping for Simpsons Pinball Party. I really liked that one. Aside from my Batman Forever one at home, Simpsons Pinball Party is one of my favorite ones. Addams Family's classic. And of course they ended off with the Playboy machine there. Addams Family was the pick of the lot.
You got your thing up here? No, playing Pong against yourself.
What's he saying in the movie, Manuel?
He goes, aren't you a little old for games? Hey, what's up?
Look at this.
No. It kind of looks like that old POW game.
Walked in the door and didn't do anything. You flick your hair.
Yeah, that was a Nintendo game.
That was on the disc.
There's that Zangief rip-off.
Continue.
Strongman.
So the one
With a trackball before.
a lot of the games are faster.
Yeah, they are, really are.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. This is where they started doing like the tag team stuff where you had two players instead of one. Kind of cool, eh?
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's
like-
like Wonder Boy.
It's like Contra or Wonder Boy or wusses. It'd be on the other side. Oh, snap.
Geez, that was a bit trippy.
That's kind of cool. So what? One shoots and one moves.
This one shoot.
Yeah, right.
That one move.
Pretty interesting.
Top on top.
Nice.
Three buttons or two buttons?
Fuck, is that me or you?
Oh, so that's fast. So I got that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lucky.
Size of no, they got back hard. It's Swiss Batman.
I did not know they made a Cubit pinball machine.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.